Hi there, Yogi Virendra Yogi, with enlightening idea and thought that the mind is the master weaver, and there are a lot of ideas coming, and it is drifting, and it is wavering, and it is coming like tides. So wise people really streamline their thoughts and focus on a definite goal, and when it is really fully concentrated, man is going to be the master of his fate and captain of his soul, because thought truly becomes things. There is no doubt on that line. So thought with purpose can only yield really a very great thing in life. Otherwise, it cannot be possible for anyone to become a great person in their life. I just give you an example of a great man. You can see the really story of his success. A man with great thought and great power. He has taught us the following different points through which we can really be a great man. Honorable G.V. Krishna Reddy. It is just an example, because he has thought and he has allied his thought with power, and so he can become really a great man. Today I want to discuss with you.
Until thought is linked with purpose, there is no intelligent accomplishment. With the majority, the bark of thought is allowed to drift upon the ocean of life. Aimlessness is a vice, and such drifting must not continue for him who would streak clear of disaster and catastrophe. They who have no central purpose in their life fall an easy prey to petty worries, fears, troubles, self-pityings, all of which are indications of weakness, which lead, just as surely as deliberately planned sins, though through a different route, to failure, unhappiness, and loss. For weakness cannot persist in a power-evolving universe. A man should conceive a legitimate purpose in his heart and set out to accomplish it. He should make this purpose the centralizing point of his thoughts. It may take the form of a spiritual ideal, or it may be a worldly object, according to his nature at the time being. Whichever it is, he should steadily focus his thought forces upon the object he had set before him. He should make his purpose his supreme duty and should devote himself to its attainment, not allowing his thoughts to wander away in ephemeral fancies, longings, and imaginings. This is the royal road to self-control and true concentration of thought. Even if he fails again and again to accomplish his purpose, as he must until weakness is overcome, the strength of character gained will be the measure of his true success, and this will form a new starting point for future power and triumph. Those who are not prepared for the apprehension of great purpose should fix the thoughts upon the faultless performance of their duty, no matter how insignificant their task may appear. Only in this way can the thought be gathered and focused, and resolution and energy be developed. Once this is done, there is nothing which may not be accomplished. The weakest soul, knowing its own weakness and believing this truth, that strength can only be developed by effort and practice, will, thus believing at once, begin to exert itself, and adding effort to effort, patience to patience, and strength to strength, will never cease to develop and will, at last, grow divinely strong. As the physically weak man can make himself strong by careful and patient training, so the man of weak thoughts can make them strong by exercising himself in right thinking. To put away aimlessness and weakness, and to begin to think with purpose, is to enter the ranks of those strong ones who only recognize failure as one of the pathways to attainment, who make all conditions serve them, and who think strongly, attempt fearlessly, and accomplish masterfully. Having conceived of his purpose, a man should mentally mark out a straight pathway to its achievement, looking neither to the right nor left. Doubts and fears should be rigorously excluded. They are disintegrating elements which break up the straight line of effort, rendering it crooked, ineffectual, and useless. Thoughts of doubt and fear can never accomplish anything. They always lead to failure. Purpose, energy, power to do, and all strong thoughts cease when doubt and fear creep in. The will to do springs from the knowledge that we can do. Doubt and fear are the great enemies of knowledge, and he who encourages them, who does not slay them, thwarts himself at every step. He who has conquered doubt and fear has conquered failure. His every thought is allied with power, and all difficulties are bravely met and overcome. His purposes are seasonably planted, and they bloom and bring forth fruit that does not fall prematurely to the ground. Thought allied fearlessly to purpose becomes creative force. He who knows this is ready to become something higher and stronger than a bundle of wavering thoughts and fluctuating sensations. He who does this has become the conscious and intelligent wielder of his own mental powers.
Beloved friends, what I mean to say, anybody can become great, but he must have a definite purpose in life. Because this is the really secret of success, and those people who have really embraced it, they have become glorified. And to have a purpose means to have a burning and intense desire, and that purpose is so important for him that he is ready to even stake his life for its fulfillment. And that way only a man can really attain any great thing in life. So purpose is very, very important. And that is the starting point of all glorious paths to greatness, name, fame, peace, prosperity and happiness. The purpose can be spiritual, can be material, or can be intellectual. But there has to be purpose. Buddha has a purpose to become enlightened. Columbus has a purpose to discover a new land. Copernicus has a different purpose to understand the multiplicity of the universe and the new land. Wright Brothers has a purpose to fly in the space. So that people with different purpose, dedicated, committed, persevering, persisting, with iron willpower, and truly thought become things. And if there is a desire, the power of desire, through some strange and powerful principle of mental chemistry, nature wraps up the impulse of a strong desire, that something which recognizes no such word as impossible and accepts no such reality as failures or defeats. Beloved friends, you will be what you will to be. Let failure find its fault contained in the poor world environment, but a spirit escorts it and is free. It masters times, it conquers the spaces, cows the boastful trickster chance. It bids the tyrant circumstance and fill a servant place. The human will that forces unseen, the offspring of a deathless soul, can hew away to any goal the walls of granite intervene. Be not impatient in delay, but wait. And as one who understands, when this spirit rises and commands, the gods are ready to obey. So what I mean to say, if you want to be successful in life, you should have a strong thought which is totally allied to a definite goal, a destination, an objective, and fill it with a burning and intense desire which has become an obsession of your life, and there is nothing on this planet Earth which you cannot attain it by comprehending the power of your mind, believing in your ability, the capacity for applied faith, and the positive mental attitude which is always optimistic and futuristic. Enlightenment and attainment becomes your real goal of life. Victory, virtue. May God bless you, and thank you very much, beloved friends.